It has for years been my contention that if there were real social justice in the world, there would be no need for many organizations associated with charity. One such organization would be the many food pantries that are spread throughout our country. In a truly just world, no one would go hungry because the world would recognize that no matter the circumstances, food will be made available for everyone without a few agencies having to go around begging for food for hungry people. However, since we do not live in a perfect world, I've come to realize that food cupboards are necessary for many people to receive the proper nutrition they rightly deserve. This show will focus on but one such organization, the People Who Care Food Cupboard in Madison, Maine. In the next 18 minutes, you will learn that providing healthy food is not easily achieved. Even in such a small town as Madison requires the help of many volunteers and their communities to see that no one there goes hungry. If your town doesn't have a food cupboard, this short film might show you how it might be achieved. You may or may not know about a local food cupboard that feeds over 700 people in several towns in the Madison area. From the outside, it might seem a simple task, but when looking at it more closely, it's a much larger operation. The People Who Care Food Cupboard is located at 108 Old Point Avenue in Madison. To get into the cupboard, you will have to drive around the block into the parking lot and the entrance where it is open on Wednesday morning and Wednesday evening each week. Just recently, the cupboard opened on Saturday mornings to distribute extra fresh produce, much of it grown and donated by local farmers. On one side, you will even see a small garden dedicated to providing more food. Shannon, the executive director, explains just what makes People Who Care possible.
Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm the Executive Director of People Who Care Food Cupboard here in Madison. I would like to tell you a little bit of history on the People Who Care Food Cupboard. In 1982, we opened our doors and became a successful nonprofit to small area businesses here in town that funded us. And then it grew in over the years to a large capacity of people in 5 towns. We first started out serving 60 to 100 people a month. We are now over 700 people a month. It takes on an average 40 volunteers a week to keep this cupboard running for 7 days. That's one day that we are open for service, which is Wednesday, 8 to noon, and 4 to 6. We are also adding hours for Saturday, which is a produce day from 9 to 10 for our clients. The 5 towns that we cover are Madison, Anson, North Anson, Emden, New Portland, North New Portland, and a part of Lexington. Now we are funded through them through municipal funding. This helps us in our partnership with Good Shepherd of Maine. Good Shepherd of Maine also is a part of Feed America. Mostly all of our food comes through this program through the partnership. We rescue food 7 days a week from Hannaford, which is a part of Feed America, and Good Shepherd. We weigh the food and process it here every day. We go through fresh produce, meat, bakery items, and see whatever we can salvage for our clients on the days that we do service. Walmart, we use Walmart 1 day a week to rescue from there. The same idea applies. We get bakery, whatever we can salvage for produce to hand out on Wednesdays. Good Shepherd is a very important part of our business here at People Who Care. Without this partnership, we would not be allowed to feed the 700 plus people that we feed now. We have a very diverse group of people that we serve here at People Who Care. From families, elderly, disabled people, people that are just traveling through town. We do a lot of emergency cases. If they're in these areas that we cover, we open our cupboard 7 days a week to take care of them, whether they be traveling through or visiting a relative. We strive to maintain a peaceful, quiet environment where they can get food and feel at home. Also, we strive to teach them educational tools on what to do with the food that we hand out here. We want to be more like a grocery store, to give them a comfortable environment.
You have a program where you actually teach people how to cook the food or prepare it.
We do. That's why I wanted to throw that in there just in case
Okay,
that
yeah.
you. This takes several agencies to work together. Not only Good Shepherd, but we also work with Somerset Public Health. We also work with FEMA, and we also work with United Way of Maine. Through this, our families can get different grants for fresh produce from Morris Farm here in Madison. They get fresh produce all summer long, every Wednesday from there. We also have a garden that's on site that Somerset Public Health has given us a grant for. That also goes all to our clients, and our volunteers harvest that once a week. On Saturdays, any of our clients that are in these towns that we serve can come in and get any produce that we have rescued in the 2 days between service. The American Legion here in Madison helps us every 6 weeks to go to Augusta and get commodity food. That is called TFAP. The government gives us so much for so many people that we serve. And being one of the biggest cupboards in the state of Maine and in a rural area, this is very important that we pick this up every 6 weeks. We get over 140 cases of food that the government gives us to hand out to our clients. This is where we get our regulations, is from the government, on who can come into our cupboard and who can't. But rest assured, if a family has fallen on hard times in any of the areas that we serve here at People Who Care, we welcome them to come in and get food no matter what their income guidelines are.
Hi, I am Janice. I have been with the food cupboard for 28 years. I've seen a lot of changes, a lot of directors. Some of the changes has been good, some haven't, but it's worked out. I enjoy volunteering, meeting the people. We moved from the Parsonage down to the Old Point School, which we needed to because the Parsonage was too small for us. The numbers has climbed up tremendous. I don't know if you'd say tripled it. And we did do the Christmas project for years when Madison Paper was here. We served a lot of kids in gifts for Christmas, so everybody had a gift under the tree.
Once a month, Good Shepherd of Maine arrives with between 3 and 4 tons of food. Good Shepherd provides the lion's share of the food donated to the People Who Care. So much arrives, it has been offloaded with a powerful pallet truck by the driver. It is then delivered to the back door where the volunteers remove it from the pallet and send it below on the rollers. There, more volunteers place the food on carts where it is wheeled to its destinations and placed onto the appropriate shelves or into the proper refrigerators and freezers. These are just some of the volunteers to take in and handle the food in just one day. A couple food recipients were willing to share their experience with the People Who Care food cupboard. How did you find out about People Who Care food cupboard?
Well, when I lost my husband, I talked to a few friends in Anson, and their pantry is much smaller than the one in Madison, but I was available to come to Madison. So that's where I came.
Good. How do you like the idea of receiving fresh fruits and vegetables?
I think that's a great idea. If some of the people will use them, it's perfect. Even if they're past like being perfect. You can always cook them in something, you can always make something with them.
Good. And do you believe you're receiving healthy food?
Oh, definitely. They have a great variety here. And if there's something special that you like, if you ask, many times they have it, and it's just not quite out yet.
Do you get much of a choice of what you can take?
Oh, there's a tremendous amount of choice. The meats are great. The vegetables, there's always fresh vegetables. And you can do so many things with them.
How has the food cupboard changed your life? Have things been a little easier for you since you've been coming here?
It has definitely been easier. I'm a good cook. I came from a Italian family that does a lot of cooking and uses everything. So there's so much variety here and healthy.
Well,
and plus the classes that you can go to learn how to cook are just perfect.
Oh, there are classes associated with
Yes,
it?
at Madison High School too.
Oh, good.
So it's a perfect thing for people who should be able to use some of the foods. Like some people don't know how to cook turnips or use avocados and things like that. So it's a good place to go.
How did you find out about the food cupboard?
Oh, I can't remember, really.
Okay, that's okay.
It's been a long time ago.
A while ago, okay. How do you like the idea of receiving fresh fruits and vegetables?
I like it.
And I take it you eat a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables.
I do.
And they're very healthy. I can see you look healthy, so
Yeah.
that's probably why. How has the food cupboard changed your life? Have things been a little easier since you've been here?
Oh, it helped a lot, yeah.
Helps a lot. And do you think you're eating a little better now than before?
Yeah, somewhat.
And now you have a little bit left over to pay for
Oh, yeah.
the fuel and the rent and all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Well, okay. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
yeah. I just got out of the hospital myself a couple weeks
Oh,
ago.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. You just got out of the hospital a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah,
And you seem to be doing very well from,
I
was it an operation?
I had the heart problem.
Oh, have you had a heart problem? Did they fix it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's good.
They got me back up top shape.
Well, good. That's all, and I'm very happy for you. Thank you very much. You may recall Shannon saying that people who care strive to provide a peaceful, quiet, and feel-at-home environment. Roger, the volunteer coordinator, will follow a client through the line so you can see how well organized the process is.
Hi, I'm Roger, and I'm the volunteer coordinator at the Food Cupboard, and I'm here to walk you through and show you how the whole process works. As you enter the Food Cupboard, your first stop will be with Jean. She's our intake coordinator, and she will tell you how everything works.
My name is Jane. I'm the first person that you see when you come into the food cupboard. I'm the intake person. We'll sit down and we'll go over the guidelines for qualifications for our program. We'll ask you how many people are in your house and how old they are, where you live. We'll ask you what you have for income, and then there are also other things that can help you to qualify, such as if you're on main care or you get SNAP benefits or low-cost elderly drugs, several programs that would help you to qualify for us. Once it's determined that you qualify, we give you what we refer to as a food sheet that you're going to use every month when you come in, because you'll come in once a month to pick up your food, and we will provide you with bags. You'll get food based on the amount of people in your home. And I think we have a really good variety here, great volunteers to help you, and I think you'll like what we do, and I hope you'll come and visit us if you have the need.
After you've received the paperwork from Jean, your next stop is with the order taker. She'll go down through the list, take your order, and that will be picked by someone behind the table, which will bring the stuff to the table and pack it up for you. The list begins with meat.
Okay, yeah.
She is selecting the amount of meat allocated for this week. Once you've satisfied your needs here, you have extra points left. You can go over to the miscellaneous section, which has a variety of sundries that we don't normally carry. It's just kind of a hit or miss thing. Recently, we acquired push carts to make it more convenient for our clients to put their groceries on here and wheel it out into the next room where they'll get more grocery items. In the next room, we leave the point system behind, and clients can select items off from this shelf. We also have, from time to time, personal hygiene products and toiletries. At this station is where we offer our fresh produce. This table will be lined up with produce, as well as this one over here. At this station, we pick up breads and rolls, and right over here, we will pick up pastries, donuts, and baked goods. After everything is done, it's put in boxes, it's slid up the ramp, out the door to their parked car, where we remove the bags and put them in their vehicle.
The Madison Hannaford is but one of the many sources of food. Here, a volunteer enters the store and gathers carts of what is called rescue food. That is, mostly meat, fruits and vegetables, and baked goods near expiration date, but all still good. The volunteer then unloads the carts to the dock and proceeds to load the goods into his car. After that, the volunteer returns to the food cupboard and loads the food onto the same ramp used by Good Shepherd. Inside the building, another volunteer weighs and records what has been received and then stores the food. Before I leave you, I'd like to introduce you to another grateful recipient of People Who Cares bounty. Then, after hearing from Kathy, you'll hear from the food cupboard's newest volunteer, Margaret. How did you find out about People Who Care Food Cupboard?
From my organization that I belong to, Extension Homemakers.
Okay.
And Bunny Worcester was part of the board here.
Oh, how do you like the idea of receiving fresh fruits and vegetables?
I think they handle it extremely well here. They work hard to find the donors that donate, and they provide more. From what I hear from other places people go, they provide more than most other food cupboards, really.
Oh, good.
Yep. Especially in fresh meat.
Do you believe you're receiving healthy food?
Yes. I mean, they freeze it upon immediate donations, so it stays fresh for its date. And the breads are frozen. You get fresh bread. The desserts you get, the everything. Yeah, you get a full array of food.
Now, how has the food cupboard changed your life? Have things been a little easier since you've been coming here?
Yeah, I mean, for most part, when I get the food here, it's adequate for the whole month.
Would you say your life has changed?
Yes,
since you've
I
been
mean,
to the food cupboard?
yeah.
A little better than before?
Oh, a lot better from the time we moved here.
And I hope you have a good life.
Because you do have choices here, which is nice too.
Yeah.
And they cater to special diets of people too that I've noticed. People that have celiac, that can't have the wheat, they make sure they keep certain foods out for them.
Yeah.
And help with the people that are diabetic.
Good. Well, thank you very much. Go
I'm
ahead.
Margaret. I've been volunteering here for about 3 weeks and I love what I do.
You'll come in once a month to pick up your food, and we will provide you with bags. You'll get food based on the amount of people in your home, and I think we have a really good variety here, great volunteers to help you, and I think you'll like what we do, and I hope you'll come and visit us if you have the need.
As you can see, it is not strangers that benefit from the food at People Who Care. Those receiving food are many people who are in need of a little help. They could be your friends, your neighbors, your family, or even the people you meet on the street and talk to every week. When given the opportunity to help, please do so. And if you need help, please don't be afraid to ask.